I'm gonna have to search up who this is. Oh, it's D. Schneider. I yeah. What is with you and Germans, Tex? You're putting your name to shame. You know that, right? It's this guy. Just so you know. Okay. Let's see. Honestly, yeah, no. He is an American, but he has a German. He has the Schneider name. It's Schneider. You know what I mean? Okay. We are gonna take a tiny small break because I have drunk so much water that I need to take a piss now. So I will be back, lovelies. See you in about a minute. Going, everyone. Okay, let's find this specific article on Wikipedia.com that our lovely viewer, Death Cran, known as Texas, has requested. Let us find D. Schneider's visitation to Congress. D. Schneider. Oh. It's a fucking size. There we go. Okay. Now, honestly, this is not how I thought I'd be spending my 3 a.m. time, you know? But I'd be sleeping already. Okay, let's find the specific point in time that you are referring to where D. Schneider went to Congress. Let me see if I can find. Okay. I think I found it. Okay. Let's we'll start by reading a little bit about D. Schneider. Okay. Daniel D. Schneider was born in the March 15 of 1955. Da- Daniel Schneider is an American musician best known as the lead singer and songwriter of the heavy metal band Twisted Sister. The band's song in 1984, We're Not Gonna Take It, reached number one on the Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart and was ranked number 47 on the 100 Greatest 80s hit songs. Schneider later formed and was the lead singer of the heavy metal band Desperado, Widowmaker, and SFM's Sick Motherfuckers. He also released several solo albums. Schneider reached ranked 83 in the hit Parader's top 100 metal vocalists of all time. In his early life, he was born in Os- Astoria, Queens, New York City, on March 15, of course. Snyder was raised in a nearby Freeport, New York, and Baldwin, New York, both on Long Island. His father, Bob Schneider, is a retired New York State Trooper and Nassau County clerk. Court clerk. His mother, Margaret, is a retired art teacher. His father is Jewish, whereas his mother is from a Catholic family of Swiss descent. He's also of Ukrainian descent from his grandfather. Schneider and his siblings were raised as episcopal Episcopalians after his mother joined the church. As a child, he sang in a church choir and several choruses and concert choir in high school. Schneider was selected for the All State Chorus for singing. He graduated from Baldwin Senior High School in 1973. And now to the main topic of this Wikipedia page that we have found, him going to Congress. In 1985, Schneider, involved in the Senate hearing instigated by the Parents Music Resource Center, PMRC, which sought to introduce a parental warning system that would label all music containing what they considered offensive material. Prior to the appearance of PMRC in Congress, they had singled out a list of songs entitled The Filthy 15. That is a really bad word to hear, especially if you're in the music industry. To demonstrate the dangers of such material to youth, with We're Not Gonna Take It features on the lists alongside Prince's Darling Nikki, Madonna's Dress You Up, and Venom's Possessed. Among other titles, the PMRC proposed a system involving letters that identified types of objectively, object, objectionable content. Okay, not very objective. They determined to be found in each album. Examples being O for occult themes, X for sex and profanity, D/A for drugs and alcohol, V for violence, and so on. Schneider, John Denver, and Frank Zappa all testified against censorship and proposed warning system. The system was never implemented, and the music industry had already adopted what is now the generic Parent Advisory Explicit Content label. PMRC involved in prominent figures such as the Tapir Gore and then wife of Schneider, Al Gore. Oh wait, Senator. Oh my God, I said Schneider. Al Gore. That's kind of funny. Uh, and the then wife of Senator Al Gore, D-TN, and Susan Baker, the wife of then Secretary of State James Baker. Tipper Gore and Schneider publicly had an antagonistic relationship as consequence, with Schneider accusing her of having a dirty mind for alleging that the lyrics of Under the Blade contained sadomasochistic undertones, when in fact they were about medical surgery. I mean, imagine that. You talk about cutting someone open, and the only thing someone else can think about is the fact that you're talking about penetrating someone's skin. Well, how rude. When I'm talking about penetrating someone's skin, I am obviously meaning to harm them. That's just how it is. And you can believe that. It's a 100% V improved fact. I'm taking a sip of water because my throat is getting dry again. I gotta ask, how's everyone enjoying the D. Schneider Wikipedia article? I hope it isn't too boring. Oh my. That is a rather fucked up thing to complain about. Like, goddamn. Writing a song that's literally all about motivating your friend to get a surgery that might kill him. I'm guessing it was also something that could save his life to live longer in case it was a surgery that could kill him. So why else would you want that? In any case, risky surgery. To be fair, I can see where that person is coming from. Being scared of surgeries is a very common effect, mostly due to the fact that surgeries are really fucking scary. Imagine literally knowing the fact that someone is going to be opening you up, and any minor issue could result in years of pain and or direct death. Owie. Now, Schneider also alleged during the Senate hearing that Tapper Gore had fabricated evidence concerning merchandise sold by the band when she stated that the t-shirts kids wear feature Twisted Sister and a woman in handcuffs, sort of spread eagle. Schneider challenged her to produce such a t-shirt, which Al Gore classified the word t-shirt was in plural, and one of them referred to Twisted Sister, and the other referred to a woman in handcuffs. The fifth Twisted Sister album was Love for Suckers, which was released in 1987. The record was originally planned to have been a Schneider solo effort, but Atlantic Records encouraged a release under Twister Sister's name. During touring lasted only October of 1987, and on October 12th of 1987, Schneider announced his departure from the band. It was during this time that Schneider formed Desperado, a band featuring ex-Iron Maiden drummer Clive Burr, ex-Gillian guitarist Bernie Torm, and bassist Mark Russell. The group's only album, Ace, has never been officially released but was heavily bootlegged on CD under the title Bloodled but Unbowled. Was that all we needed to hear about Dee Schneider, or do we want to figure out more about this? You know, all the power to him. We can read more about Dee Schneider if we would need to. However, that was his trip to Congress. Uh, if anyone has any other topics we need to go over to, that is more than okay. Until then, I'll just keep reading. So, so feel free to chip in if you want to change the topic. Until then, let's keep her going. Actually, can I pin a message? I can. Okay. Pin, pin, and that. Yeah. Okay, now we should have a pinned message. How lovely. Well, then we'll go on to Schneider's 1990s career. Schneider formed the band Widowmaker with guitarist Al Peri, Al Petrelli, bassist Mark Russell, and former Twisted Sister drummer Joey Franco. The Quadret recorded two albums with limited underground success titled Blood and Bullets and Stand By for Pain in the late 1990s. Schneider toured with a self tribute to the band called D. Schneider SFMS, Sick Motherfuckers, sometimes featuring ex Twisted drummer Al A.J. Perro. The usual lineup included Snyder, Derek Taylor, Charles Mills, Keith Alexander, and Spike. I don't get why Spike doesn't have a last name, but it's kind of funny. Imagine you're next to someone with a Wikipedia article and you're just called Spike. Nothing else, no context, just Spike. Because you're just Spike. In 1993, Schneider composed the theme song for The Terrible Thunder Lizards. By 1990, hold up, actually, what in the hell is that? The Terrible Thunder Lizards is an animated segment that aired on the United States as part of Eek Extravaganza on Fox Kids programming block. In Canada on YTV, it aired from November 20th, 1993 to July 28th, 1997. God damn. By 1994, Schneider had, by his own admission, lost every penny I made. I was riding bicycle to a desk job for $200 a week, answering phones in an office, equivalent to $424 in 2024. Like per week. You could serve off that. Like, at least where I live. Yeah. In 1997, Schneider began hosting the House of Hair, a syndicated 1980s hard rock heavy metal radio show on more than 200 radio stations across North America, as it syndicated by the United Stations Radio Network. The show's format runs 2 or 3 hours depending on which of the show a radio station carries, featuring Schneider closing catchphrase, "If it ain't metal, it's crap." And that's kind of fucking rude. In 1998, Schneider penned a song entitled "The Magic of Christmas Day, God Bless Everyone," which Celine Dion recorded for her album These Are Special Times. According to Snyder, Dion at the time was not aware of who wrote the song, and later that year he also wrote and starred in the horror film Strangeland. Damn. Snyder also penned the script to a sequel with the working title of Strangeland Disciple. As of January 2008, however, Schneider was less than optimistic that Disciple would ever see the light of day, saying in an interview with the Bulls.I that he had reached a point where he should put a sign on my website that says, "You got $10 million? Give me a call. I've got a script ready to go. Robert England attached. I'm attached. If somebody's serious and wants to make it, call me. But don't call me till you're ready to hand the check over." In May 2009, Schneider revealed on his radio show, The House of Hair, Strangeland Rising Suns would go ahead and was set to begin shooting in fall of 2009 and was slated for a 2010 release. Goddamn. I'm not used to reading Wikipedia articles, but it is strangely nice. Oh, goddamn. But yeah, do we want to stay on this topic or do we want to move on to the next one? We've read quite a decent bit about. You know, Tex, that is completely fair, and I can respect that decision. Sleeping is really important, and you getting to your sleepy EPs, because you're EP and EBs to sleepies, and that is completely fine. Absolutely fair, and your decision to make. So I bid you adieu, mon ami, and may you sleep well. Yeah, Cap? Bye bye. No, we actually do have more people here still. Um, so yeah, it's not just you and me yet, though it is getting really close. Though there aren't other people that have been typing in chat as much as you, that will remain true for most of the time I stream, probably. But we did have All Rat in here, though I don't know if the rat is still here. Would be a bit sad if the rat wasn't, but still perfectly fine. Let me see. No, we're not gonna take it. We're not gonna take it anymore.